Hello everyone. I am so sorry that I am late. This is the downside of lockdown, right? I was upstairs looking at photographs and I completely lost track of time, and before I knew it, it was 1 o'clock. So I hope you can all join me. This is a new cardie I got from Marks and Spencer's because I've got to get coral now. And this actually fits, unlike the top that I wear. Hello, Stacey. Hello, Jess. So I'll probably take this cardigan off in a minute. I have got a vest top underneath. But you know what they say? If you wear something new, I'm bound to spill makeup on it. So I might take this off in a minute and sit in my vest top. But I also wanted to show you, thank you everyone for your advice on my birthday present for my dad. So it did finally come. I'm going to see if I can show you this. It finally arrived. And I don't know if you can see, but it says Ali on there. It's not because the light's shining on it. It says Ali, and then there's an A that kind of can sit on top or behind it. And it's very sweet, and it's rose gold coloured. I mean, it wasn't expensive because I bought the perfume. So I set myself a budget. I'm not kind of, just because I can spend my dad's money doesn't mean I'm going to take the mickey. But that's fine, Maria. I'm sorry I missed it. Happy birthday to you. Now, I have a hello to make, and I've used images association because you know how bad I am with names. And I knew that I was going to forget her name, but my mum had a friend by the same name, so I imagined her in my head, and then her surname is like an avocado. I'm really sorry, but that's how I remembered it. So I imagine my mum's friend holding an avocado to help me remember your name, because I'm dreadful at names. There is a lady called Elsa Haas, and she has been joining us live for the last few weeks. So say hello to Elsa, everyone. But she cannot comment live. So if anybody's got any ideas about what's wrong with her settings, could you please give us some advice? She may not be able to respond to you because she said that she's joined us for the last few weeks, but she can't comment and she can't get involved with the comments. So I said that I'd give her a shout out and we'd all say hello to Elsa. Hello, Elsa Haas. And I'm really sorry that you can't reply, but if anyone's got any ideas as to why it won't let her comment on my lives, can you please just type away and give us some ideas? I have no idea about, I came up with a suggestion, but I'm not sure. Everyone's saying hello to you, Elsa. There you go. You see, we're such a friendly bunch. It's such a shame that you can't comment. So I'm going to say hello to everyone else. Hello, Stacey. Hello, Jess. Hello, Sunshine. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Maria. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Bushra. Rachel Miller. Maria Lovell. Rachel. Oh, it's your first live with me, Rachel. Welcome. Welcome to Rachel. Right, everybody said hi to Elsa, even though she can't say hi to you. I'm sure she's screaming at the screen right now, going, how do I say hi to everyone? I'm so sorry. YouTube is just sometimes so user unfriendly, isn't it? Welcome to Rachel, yes, and welcome to all my Ali Pallies. So, of course, you see, I'm in the coral mood again, so I've got my coral metallic lipstick. I haven't really prepared because, as I said, I was upstairs and then suddenly it's 1 o'clock. And I thought, oh, crumbs, I'm going to take this off because I'm bound. I always, when I've got something new on, I always drop on it, right? But don't worry, I am not, I've got clothes underneath here, okay? But just, it's a vest top. And a coral bra to match, just in case it shows through. But I just don't want to get makeup on it because it always happens to me. It never happens with old stuff. Have you noticed that? When you put old stuff on, it never happens. Hello, Charlie says hi. Hi, Charlie. Hello, Charlie. Is this a Diet Coke ad? No, it's Levi's. Right. Okay. So there we are. This, by the way, is not dirt on my. If you can see my chest, it's just so annoying. I have to wear these pain patches. You'll see one of them there, and the adhesive just sticks and it doesn't come off unless I put this stuff that smells so strong. It smells stronger than nail varnish remover to get it off. And then my chest goes all red from this chemical that I'm putting on, which I'm sure would strip paint. It's horrible stuff. It smells really strong. So I kind of use it, but I only use it after I've changed the patch about 3 times, which means I've got these bits of adhesive. It's horrible. Anyway, if I don't put my patches on this area, if I put them on my arm, they fall off. And then obviously I'm in pain, but also somebody's in danger of picking it up. Like if my son picked it up or he trod on it, God forbid, he would get a shot of very, very strong painkiller and it could be fatal. So that's not happening. It's going somewhere where I know it's going to stay. I always spill makeup if I'm going out properly. Never happens if you're just popping to the corner shop or something. No, this was just what I needed. I had a bad night with my cerebral palsy last night and I didn't get my sleep. This is really cheering me up. Maria, I can so relate to that. I've been waking up at weird times. Rebecca will tell you, Rebecca's in the States and we chat in the middle of the night. I mean, obviously it's a day for her, but I go and chat to her at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's what's so great about having a mate in the States because, yeah, so I really do. I'm really so sorry to hear that, but I'm so glad that this is cheering you up because coming on and speaking to you lot cheers me up too, especially when I'm in pain, and it just motivates me to keep going. It's just so great, isn't it? So I haven't prepared anything, but I still have my books here of the Fair Bronzer is lovely. I'm so happy. Oh, brilliant. I'm so pleased, Stacey. Got some of my bright pink blush ended up on the carpet. Oh, no. Oh, do you know what's the worst is when you get biro on leather. Oh, it's terrible. And also, I think pink makeup has got Beetlejuice. Seriously, Beetlejuice in it. You know, that's why it's not vegan. A lot of makeup products are not vegan because the red and purple dye that they use to make reds and purples is made from crushed beetles. Sorry to put you off your makeup. Don't say it again. But it's when you see carmine, if you see carmine as an ingredient in your makeup, that is, you know what. What do you all think about Charlotte Tilbury Senior? SR? Was that a typo? What do I all think about you know I love Charlotte Tilbury. If you say it again, he appears. Who appears? I've lost track of my conversation. Who appears? Oh! Okay, yeah, I won't say it again then. No. I'll just say Carmine. Because Carmine is... Yes. Oh, you're great. You make me laugh, all of you. I don't really fancy putting on airbrush, flawless foundation and all of that. I want to chat to you guys. So, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try this, because this isn't going to last very long. This vanilla Colour by Maya foundation. It's really messy because it's a little sample pot. But I do like this and it's very moisturising. And I've just realised I haven't put my sunscreen on. And I really should be putting it on at the moment. because of my new skincare. Oh, I've got some sunscreen here. Now, I may have to go off pretty sharpish at 2. If you hear my other half talking to me in the corridor going, Ali, it's because he might need me at 2 o'clock. So if he does, I may have to go off. This is tinted anyway. So this is... Now, I've been trying this sunscreen for a couple of weeks now. And I reverted back to what was left of my Ultra Sun. Because I do like it, but I prefer the Ultra Sun tinted one. Because this one doesn't sink in as much. So it is a little bit... It transfers a bit. Whereas the Ultra Sun tinted one sinks right in and it feels like part of your skin straight away. But it's still good. It's just, it's more like a foundation than a tinted sunscreen, I think. You're loving the Pillow Talk collagen bath. Hello, Terry. Oh, the chat's moving fast today. You like the CT brush and Lucky Diamonds? Tell us about the skincare, Ali, please. Shall I tell you? You know why I didn't want to tell you? Because I wanted to do kind of... I will tell you. I will. I won't be mean. I wanted to do a full week. I'll tell you why first. I was a bit reluctant to tell you. Because I was getting really low about my pigmentation. I was looking back at pictures of me a few years ago and just thinking, this is getting worse. And I don't want it to get worse. I hate it. And it just zaps my confidence. And I want to get on top of it. And I had to chat with Rebecca about it. And because it's the reason that I didn't want to tell you about it, first of all, let me explain, and then I will tell you about it, is because it is quite an investment. And I don't want to come on and say, oh, look how great my skin is. Because sometimes you get that immediate effect and then it just kind of, you plateau. And then everybody think, oh, God, I must go and get that. But because it's very expensive, and I always feel very responsible for... I know you can make up your own mind and you're all adults and everything, but I don't want to feel responsible for everybody rushing out for a product that actually might have an immediate effect and then not work after 3 weeks. So I kind of thought, well, because it's such serious skincare, that I should hold off and then do a kind of what I did with the Foreo, which is kind of do you a 6-week review with before and after and really be as impartial as I could. But a few of you are saying that you like my skin. So I will tell you, I decided, because I'm getting really fed up, to get this SkinCeuticals anti-aging kit, which, and I've looked for years and gone for cheaper options. The CEO Ferulic serum. So it's got vitamin C, ferulic acid in it by SkinCeuticals. Very expensive. And it came in a set with the hyaluronic acid boosting serum and retinol. And it's kind of a system that you use. So what I've been doing is, and I only got it 4-5 days ago. But what I've been doing is, because it says, if you haven't used retinol for a while, then don't use it every night, you know, get used to it kind of thing. So what I've been doing is so the vitamin C in the day, and I have been using Charlotte's after it. So putting this vitamin C with ferulic acid serum on my face, then Charlotte's serum, then the magic cream, right? And I've been making sure that I really do a lot of physical scrubs as well, because I like physical scrubs. I just think they're better when you've got hyperpigmentation. They really just get the cell turnover going. So I've been doing physical scrubs, then putting on the vitamin C, then putting on Charlotte's serum, and then doing the magic cream, whatever. And then at night, the night that I use the retinol, I do the retinol first. You're supposed to let it sink in for half an hour. Then you put on the hyaluronic serum, which you put on in the day as well, in this set. and then you can put on your night cream. So I've put on Charlotte's night cream, and on the days where I'm not using the retinol, I just put on the hyaluronic serum, and then I put on the tranexamic acid. I'll write it all down below so that I've got a system going in the day and in the night, and I want to keep it going for the next 6 weeks to see whether or not it really helps. But lots of people have been saying that my skin's looking glowy, and I am actually quite pleased with it. It has given me that immediate oomph, which is great, but I want to make sure it doesn't kind of plateau, because this set that I bought was £240. I'm whispering because he's in the other room. £240. Serious skincare. But if it works, it's really going to help me, give me a boost. So I can put the details below, but that's why it wasn't because I wanted to kind of tease you, although I do like teasing you a bit. It's because I just thought skincare needs 6 weeks to really know, even if you get an immediate effect. And I wouldn't want to mislead people and then them go and spend that kind of money. And then I come back in about 3 weeks' time and say, actually, it was great at first, but I'm not using it now because it plateaued and now it's not doing anything. And in fact, it's making my skin worse. You know, that. But I know you're all adults and you can make your own decisions, but that's why. That's why I was doing it. But I am going to I've been taking before and after photos, and I will be doing a very in-depth review of the whole system soon. All right. Now, that was, do you know what? I've been just applying that foundation while I've been talking to you, and I haven't really been concentrating at all on what I've been doing. I've just been putting it on with my fingers, but do you know what? I think I'm going to put a little layer on with this Kabuki brush because it looks a bit patchy. So this is the vanilla shade, which I do think is actually a bit better for me. Let me just dot some more around here. I was so busy talking to you, I don't know where I've put it. Yes, that's such a good tip, mixing magic cream with the airbrush. Now, somebody posted this morning that she's discontinued the overnight bronze and glow, which is a real shame because I used to use that on my chest area so that it matched up with my face in the summer. But apparently she stopped it. Now listen, Charlotte, if you discontinue Unisex Healthy Glow, you and I are going to have a problem. Just screenshot this and send it to Charlotte. You and I will have a problem. The unseen sunscreen, what, you couldn't see it? I could. It built up slowly over a couple of days, but I could see it. I used to put it on my chest and it just ended up balancing out my chest area, which you can see is... My face is my dad. This is what I say. My face is my dad and my chest is my mum. I'm half Indian. I have an Indian head and an English chest. Oh, by Supergroup. I thought you were saying that Charlotte's was unseen. Tria, I knew that'd make you laugh, Tria. It's true. I've got an Indian head and an English chest. That is my mum's skin tone. And this is my dad's. Because my dad's quite fair for an Indian man. But my mum had a cool toned complexion. So... Right, well look, that'll do. So that is me kind of not really concentrating, applying. Apologies if CBM are watching, because I wasn't really concentrating on applying that. So hopefully it looks okay. But I also wanted to see what this bronzer would look like over another foundation. I thought that would be really interesting to try. And I'm just going to use, drugstore concealer today, which is the instant anti-age eraser. We like that. Right, let's see what you're all saying. I'm probably not going to finish any look whatsoever. You've used nearly half of the serum and I only use it in the morning. It's going to cost a lot. Yes, I've used quite a lot of it as well. I was thinking that, Stacey, you're right. An English chest and a half Spanish chest. %40 off for certain kits, including sunscreen. That's good. Shahini, you're always so great at sending offers. I know you send me a lot on Instagram, and I'm really bad at checking my Instagram messages, so I apologise. I try to keep up, but I always forget to check them. Yeah, Shahina knows all the good deals. It's great. So thank you, Shahina. Pat McGrath has got 20% off Selfridges. Now, you shouldn't have told me that, Jess. Because Selfridges is great because actually they deliver. Whereas Pat McGrath sometimes is a little bit temperamental. No sleep. LOL. Do you know what? I do the most bizarre things when I haven't slept. And I just take the mickey out of myself now. I just laugh at myself because otherwise you just go crazy. And you know, I dead leg as well. Do you do that, Maria? I know it's a spina bifida thing, but is it a cerebral palsy thing as well? Do you dead leg when your pain's bad? So basically you walk around and you look like you're drunk. Yeah. Yeah, I do that and I look like I'm drunk. And the funny thing is, I don't really drink much, but on occasions where I've had way too much to drink, and that would be months ago because I just rarely drink, but on occasions where I've had too much to drink, I actually walk straight. So, you know, if I was stopped for being drunk and disorderly, I'd be all right if I was drunk, but I'd be in trouble if I was sober. If a policeman asked me to walk in a straight line, he would think I was drunk when I'm sober, and he'd think I was sober when I'm drunk. Because I do walk, and it's not just that I think I walk straight, because I've checked with people. I actually check, because you know sometimes when you're drunk you think you can conquer the world, but actually you look terrible. It's not. I've checked with people. They say I walk in a straight line when I'm drunk. Yeah, when I drink it relaxes the muscles, so I walk better too, like Botox. I'm exactly the same. Exactly, and I have to take I think we got similar issues. They're not quite the same, but I have to take baclofen, which relaxes my leg muscles because they get very tight. So yeah, so it relaxes your muscles. It's why people talk about. I bet I'll be pulled off YouTube, but you know, it's why people talk about smoking certain items as well, because that relaxes muscles. But I'm not recommending that to anyone, and I haven't done it. At least I did it once. See, confessions coming out. I did it once and it did actually take my pain away, but I don't want to take something that is not legal and prescribed by a doctor because I don't know how it interacts with my other medication. So I never did it again. That was when I was a lot younger. But it did help. It did definitely help more than any of my painkillers. So I know exactly why people take it when they've got conditions like that, but I am not recommending it. It's legal here and it's everywhere. You smell it all the time. Yeah, it's not legal here, but I don't think they arrest you anymore. Anyway, how did we get onto that? You love that coral colour on her. Well, that's why I put I got my coral cardigan and my coral headband. Now, should we do this eyeshadow? Because I'm just jabbering on and I'm not putting on any makeup. I'm going to put it on slightly differently today. Someone asked me, that was really good questions this morning, what's the difference between the powder pencil and the rock and coal? And I said it was a really good question because that pencil I got yesterday, the black one, just seemed like a rock and coal. It's so soft, you would think you got a rock and coal. So basically, the classic pencils are powder pencils. So if you imagine that you're getting a super fine pencil brush and you're using a dark eyeshadow to put on your liner, it's like that, but in pencil form. Whereas the rock and coal is waxy and it sets, and it's a bit like the colour chameleon. You kind of draw it on, it's like an ink, and then it sets. But this was so pigmented that it actually feels like a rock and coal, the black one. What's this, guys? Hold fire. CT will be releasing new lipstick. I've seen them. But no, do you know what? I said this about the bronzers. Oh, yeah, I've got loads of bronzers. And I wasn't that excited, and I love it. So, but I just saw the lipsticks and I just thought, there's nothing there that kind of looks that different to me. What do you guys think? Have you seen the colours on Instagram? Yeah. Rebecca's saying, meh. You're afraid to look at them. They're kind of neutral, warm nudes, you know. They're lovely. The one in the middle I liked because it looked a bit cooler toned and a bit different. But the others just look like a mishmash of things that she's released before. Is there much difference between the CT lipstick Secret Salma and the medium Pillow Talk? Yes, I tell you what medium Pillow Talk is like. It's almost identical, actually. Medium Pillow Talk is almost identical to a lipstick she brought out. I'm not sure if it's still available, called Supermodel. It's my perfect kind of nude shade. If you see my lips without foundation on, it's kind of that. It's my perfect shade. I haven't put any powder on yet. I'm just really not with it at all. That's because everything is... I have some powder. Let's just quickly whop some powder on this foundation. So I will definitely update you as soon as I can. It basically, you know the skincare that I'm using, it says on the box, clinically proven to show results in 4 weeks. So I'm going to come back after 4 weeks and say, does it show results after 4 weeks? Right, I'm going to apply this slightly differently today. I'm going to go in with this enhanced shade because I like this colour. I'm going to put it on my lid, my mobile lid. Because I kept losing it, didn't I, in that look that I did yesterday. And I like the warmth of this shade. So if I put it on my lid, I'm not going to lose it. I just love the terracotta. This reminds me of the whole vibe. I'm not saying colour-wise specifically, but the whole colour vibe of Beauty Glow release a couple of years ago, that kind of very sun-kissed look. Where's my smudge brush? Here we are. Let's put a bit of that underneath. Yeah, I prefer doing that, so I don't lose the shade. As I said, I'm repeating myself. Now I'm going to put the pop shade. I'm going to put the smoke shade, this one here. I'm going to put that in the socket, and this is where I've got to let go of this and hold on to my lid, because it's going to take a bit of blending. It sticks, you see? This is what I'm talking about, it sticks. But that's what makes it last longer on the eye. So I don't mind having to work a bit harder. It's because it's quite an emollient formula, I think. So you just, when you're blending something that's difficult to blend, I know I'm repeating myself, but just hold it at the end here, because then you're less likely to press the pigment in. You're going to put less pressure on the brush. I would say that this is, I mean, because it's an all matte palette, there's only one other all matte palette that she has, and that is the Sophisticate palette. And I did promise that I was going to do some swatch comparisons, although I didn't prepare myself very well for this live. But I'm going to have a look through some of her other palettes, because I think the browns and the kind of this one that's on my mobile lid is probably present in other palettes. I'm thinking maybe a bit of Charlotte Darling, some of the mattes in there, but I just think the formula is quite creamy. It's a little bit like the formula in the Icon palette. Do you know what I mean by when it's quite creamy and you put it on and it just doesn't, the brush doesn't want to move it? You get used to it once you've used it a couple of times. But if you start applying it like some of the more powdery formulas, it kind of splodges in one area. I'll put a bit of that. Great to do an eyeliner with, because it's so emollient. And then I'm going to use that prime shade just to highlight under my brow. I'll put a little bit in the centre. Will that show up? Probably not. Maybe a little bit. And then I'll just take a tiny bit of the smoke shade, or not the smoke shade, the one that used to be a pop shade, that's in the place of where the pop shade used to live. And just tuck it in. Again, this is very emollient and it will stick in one place. I'm going to try and smudge it out with the smudge brush this time, because I just want it to be just in the corner but really intense. That's what I want. Yeah. Does anyone have good... It looks lovely on brown eyes. Do you think... Yes, I think it will go really well, Michelle. Hello, Michelle. I didn't see you there. Michelle, I think I said that yesterday in my first impression. This will go beautifully with blue eyes because blue is the opposite to brown on the colour wheel. So it's a bit like if I, with brown eyes, put on a blue eye makeup. It makes the eyes pop because brown is opposite to blue on the colour wheel. So the fact that this is brown and you've got blue eyes, it will look gorgeous. Go for it. I'd love to see it. If you get it and you want to DM me, I'd love to see this on somebody with blue eyes because I think it will look yummy. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That's why, Leslie, that's why I like to do these, talk about the formula and whatever, because then you decide, right, is this going to be one for me or not? And if you don't have a problem with hooded lids and makeup sort of starting to crease in the day, because that is the advantage of this, because of its... the texture that means that you need to blend it a bit more, and you can blend it with your fingers as well. It actually stays put and it doesn't crease as much. So I think if you're a hoodie, it's great. I love that colour. I can't get enough of that colour. Sorry, I'm going to cover up what I did in the middle there because I just love it. But that next to a blue eye, can you imagine that? Be so lovely. Right, I'm just going to skip to the bronzer because I might be called in a minute by my other half. And I don't want to run out of time before I've put the bronzer on. No worries, Maria. I was late as well. Maria Elena. I've always wanted to try that, Bushra. You have the Fenty foundation. Is it good? La Roche-Posay Anti-Pigmentation Tinted Moisturiser. It's great. That's the one I used. That's the one I used, Bushra. That's the one I used this morning. And it is good. It is good. I would say this is good and the Ultra Sun is good. I think the Ultra Sun slightly has an advantage over this in that it sinks in a bit more. This is more like a foundation or a kind of tinted moisturiser than Ultra Sun, which feels more like a moisturiser because it sinks in. But this is great. That's what I used this morning. Right, where's my airbrush? My airbrush. And I'm not going to do what I did yesterday. So if you saw my video yesterday, I went in as though it was Airbrush Flawless Powder and went like that. And then went like that. And it's like suddenly there was this big brown stripe on my face. So just go easy. As someone else pointed out, really good observation. Shout up if you're here and you said this on my comments, that there's a huge difference between the medium and the tan. But the brush is also good at blending it in. So that's the tan. But I'm literally just tapping the bronzer onto the brush because you really do not need a lot. I think this is going to last forever, this bronzer. Now, I'll show you what I mean about it applying really well to larger areas. and it's looking like my skin still. See? Same colour now. She should do a larger version of this airbrush for the body, shouldn't she? Do a bigger version of this, Charlotte, for the body, because I think that this is absolutely great. I'm going to go around and do the rest of my chest area and that later on. Anybody joining me, I think I'm sitting here with nothing on. I do have a vest top on, guys. I'm just going to go that far for now. Let me put a little bit more on. Why not? Let's really bronze myself up. Let's go for it. Put some across my nose. And I've got my metallic Tom Ford in True Coral. It has to be done today. I know I haven't put mascara on and I haven't put liner on. I'll just do the finished look because I want to come back and chat to you all. I always feel like I'm missing out on the party because you're all chatting to one another, which is great. I love it. But I want to stop putting my makeup on and just join in with you all. Right, now. Where are my lip liners? I know. I think. Yeah, I still got this one in here. I've got the, it's not sharpened, hang on. The Pink Venus lip liner. Yes, I'll do, maybe I'll do that one day, just do a chat. Did anyone have any suggestions for a nice coral lip liner? One that's a bit darker than this? So this is the True Coral Metallic. So this one's got more of a shimmer to the original. The one that I showed you last week was the original, which is more of a matte. This has got a bit more, it's the metallic version. Tria, this would look great on you. Because I think coral looks great on Asian skin tones because of the olive. It kind of, the olive undertone, it kind of just contrasts with it. I'm sorry. Tria, it would look terrible on you. Don't get it. The question is whether you want the metallic one or you want the full size of the, just the plain cream one. So this is the metallic one. I swatched the other one yesterday. The other one is slightly darker, but it's basically not got that shimmer. It's just the flat colour. But this is the clutch size. So when you order this, it's about 30, is it 31 or 33 pounds? I can't remember, but they're expensive. But this is the size that you get. It's not a huge size. So it depends on how much you're going to use it. If you wanted to go for the non-metallic one, you get that for £40 and you get a full size. So it really depends on how enamoured you are with the metallic version. Otherwise, you're probably you are gonna get more for your money if you go for the full size true coral, but it won't be metallic. Yes, it's the smaller size. I don't think they do this in the bigger size. They only do the original true coral in the bigger size, but the metallic one is in a clutch size. And what does it say? How many grams of product? 2 grams. So hardly anything. Yes, it's very similar to Hot Emily. Very similar to Hot Emily. Hot Emily's got a bit more orange in it. This is more of a true coral, so it's kind of, you know, a coral as I imagine it is the perfect mix between orange and pink. It looks as pink as it looks orange, whereas Hot Emily looks a little bit more towards the orange side. It's got a little less pink in it. With this is, I would say, is there's orange, there's pink, and true coral is right in the middle, and Hot Emily is a bit further over towards the orange side. It's still got some pink in it, but it's getting further towards just orange. Okay, you got to go. Right, I'm going to come and look at what you're saying now and drink my coffee, and I'll finish off this look. I didn't put any blush on. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use this. What I put on yesterday after I came off doing my video was Ecstasy blush, because that's got peach and pink in it, so it's got a good kind of coral mix. I'm not sure that Tom Ford lipsticks work very well on the cheek. They never seem to want to mix very well. Pigment is pigment, exactly. I definitely need a bit of eye cheat or something, because otherwise, because my eyes are brown, they disappear because it's brown and brown. Do you see what I mean? That's why if you've got blue eyes, you are very lucky with this palette. I'm just trying to reach my eyeliners. Now, yesterday I put on eye cheat, didn't I? But you could also, what goes beautifully with coral. Bye, Rachel. What goes beautifully with coral but contrasts as well is green. Let's put some of that in. This is Charlotte's Green Metallic. I always have to go back and forth a lot with this pencil. I think because my eyes are quite watery, but otherwise it doesn't show up very well. There we go. Can you see how it just helps to brown, brown, brown. Ooh, green. And as I said yesterday, the Super Brown Feline Flick Liner goes beautifully with this. But let me just try something. That's given me an idea. It's smudges, did you say? It smudges on you real bad. I'm just going to put this in the corner. I'm just putting the non-metallic side. This is a Tilbury trick. She does it with purple. And it won't look like I've put green eyeliner on to the eye. But it will break it up, the brown. The eye won't see it, but it will register that it's not quite brown. And stop it looking brown, 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 brown. So it just makes the eyes pop forward a bit more. I do have Coachella Coral. I'll have to do it. I'll tell you what, I'm going to make a list of all these comments and I'll do a video tomorrow because I'm not prepared and I haven't got my lipsticks around me. Okay, but I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do a video, but I'll also do swatches and I'll post them in the community later on. Okay, because my lipsticks are far away at the moment and I can't get up to get them. I've just really been bad at preparing for this live today, so apologies. But yes, Coachella Coral, I will. It's not as bright. It's a sort of toned down, slightly lighter version of this. I'll do Hot Emily, Coachella Coral. Someone else asked about Sexy Sienna as well, didn't you? So I'll do I'll do a few of the coral lipsticks of Charlotte Tilbury and I'll put them next to the Tom Ford metallic and non-metallic and Wild Ginger, which is what I put on yesterday. And I'll do a whole arm swatch of all of those so that you can see. But if you've got any specific ones that you haven't mentioned so far, just put them in the comments below. And then I'll do a swatch and I'll put it on the community chat and I'll do a video as well. Okay, and I'll put that out tomorrow. And any swatch comparisons with the eyeshadow palette. I know I promised today on the live, I'm really sorry, but anything like that, I did check all the messages this morning. Any swatch comparisons like, does that brick brown look like such and such in this palette, whatever, just ask me and I will make sure that I put all of that in a video and cover all. It'll be kind of Ask Ali, it'll be called, the video tomorrow. Ask Ali swatch comparisons. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Maria. I can't say that I was mega busy. I was just sat upstairs and I was looking back at photographs of me and my dad, and I talked to my dad this morning on Skype, and I just, because we're locked in, I just thought, oh my God, it's 1 o'clock. And I say ran down the stairs. Me running down the stairs still takes about 2 minutes. As you probably know, Maria. When I say run, it doesn't mean what you mean by run. It means I kind of staggered down the stairs as fast as I could. And tried to get as much around me. I'm surrounded by makeup, but I can never get all of it around me to answer every question. So anyway, so that is today's look. I will finish off. I'll put the mascara and the brow stuff on and I'll do a photo and put it on Instagram. If you want to see a particular, I know I put that Tom Ford blush. If you want to see a particular blush with this look, comment below. Because I do think Ecstasy. Do you want to see it? I'll show you Ecstasy before I go. I think Ecstasy works really well with this. Sex on Fire probably would, but you know it's not my favourite because it makes you look like you're having a hot flush. But it would go with it. Let me do Ecstasy because it's a peachy, it's coral because it's peach and it's pink. And hopefully it won't stick to that lipstick too much. No, there we go. I think Ecstasy is just perfect as an all-rounder. If you want to get a cheek-to-cheek blush, I've said this so many times, and you're not sure which one to get Ecstasy. It works with every skin tone, and because it's got peach and pink in it, it'll go with virtually any eye makeup. Because if it's cool tone pinks, it'll work. If it's warm tone peaches, it'll work. I'll put a little bit up there. There we go. So all I've got to do now really is put on some mascara and do my brows, and I'm done. So now that I've put my makeup on, do I dare Are my hands clean? Yes, they're clean. They're clean. They're clean. I'm going to put my cardigan back on because I'm getting cold now, so that you can see me in all my coralness and say, Marks and Spencer's, by the way, girls, if you're keen on this cardigan, just look up coral cardigan and you will find it. It's a beautiful shade of coral, and it's just like the top that's too small for me. So I love it. I love this cardigan. Okay, so have a great day. I'll see you all very soon. And I love talking to you all. And I will, yeah, just keep your comments coming in. I'll review them all. I might not be able to review all the live comments until YouTube decide to stop processing my video, but I'll check them tonight before I do the video tomorrow, and I'll do swatches and everything else. So all your requests, just keep them coming. I don't mind. It's just better to do the requests, I think, on and on live, because I'll be able to gather the things that I need around me. Okay, take care. Have a lovely day. Bye. Love you all. Mwah.